Hello everyone. I am going to play a short piece from a journalist who makes a conflation. This journalist is known for their insightful and thought-provoking work, often blending different perspectives to create a unique narrative.
Should we then silence all these freedoms to combat fanaticism? It's not an obvious answer after all. We have the very concrete example, which I may return to in a moment, of the case of the Imam of Boca. Remember that he had published a hadith, and Charlotte had asked us the question, realize what that means. If we condemn this man for a hadith that is written in the Quran, it means that we consider there are things, there are opinions, there are illegal writings, there are banned books that we should prohibit. This is not a simple question, especially in a liberal regime like ours. It deserves a moment of reflection. Fascinating, we should pause to consider it a bit.
Here, this journalist, perhaps out of ignorance, I don't necessarily know, makes a personal attack by conflating hadiths and the Quran. Indeed, God says in the Quran, "Lord, I seek protection with you against the banished devil," after which other hadith will you follow. God speaks of hadith, which means a narrative concerning the accounts found in the Quran, and there are the hadiths, Bukhari and Muslim, and many others, but those who are the most well-known are Bukhari and Muslim, and there he makes a gross conflation. In fact, it is time for mosques and Muslims who identify themselves as followers of the Sunni tradition to truly embody the principles of being Sunnis as they are, the ones who adhere to the sunnah of their revered Prophet Muhammad. It is time for mosques and scholars to take full responsibility for their ideological teachings and the hadiths they propagate. Okay. Which allow, and here, once again, I am not talking about this journalist. I do not know his intentions. That is his concern. But it is through these hadiths, okay, that ill-intentioned people, haters, Islamophobes, the enemies of God, Allah the Eternal, the Father, the Eternal of Hosts, it is through the hadiths that they attack the Quran. The Quran. Everyone has the undeniable right to criticize it. Everyone has right to express their opinion. Everyone has the right to question it, not through the hadiths written by Bukhari and Muslim. Okay. The Sunnah of the Prophet is the Sunnah of the Prophet. The Torah, the Gospel, the Quran, and the Psalms are uncreated books, books that God has revealed. One can believe in them or not. Everyone does what they want. But there is a difference, a clear and distinct differentiation to be made. So Muslims, you have a heavy burden to God, eternal. A heavy burden due to the fact that people are attacking the spoken word based on your hadiths. This poison distilled from Saudi Arabia for decades and from Morocco. By the way, I saw a woman who gave us information saying that Saudi Arabia claims that by 2030 there will only be 130 authentic hadiths left. Let me tell you that they are telling you it's over. We are going to put an end to this scam. I do not see why, by 2030, it will be established that only 130 hadiths remain. Why are there only 130 authentic hadiths left today? So they proceed with caution, so as not to shock you. They are preparing you. They are preparing your minds. They are telling you that it's over. The Sunnah, we see it today. Assume that the word, the verb, and you are attacked because of your hadiths. Because God will ask you for an account. The truth is that He will ask you for an account. Know this. And those who have a problem with the Quran, well, they should come with arguments. I am here to respond to them. Who come with arguments Stop conflating. The first enemies of God are your mosques, which are a place of ambush, and they are the first to make the amalgamation. How many times, and for decades at my age, have I heard them say, God said, and they throw hadiths at you without even telling you that they are hadiths from Bukhari and Muslim. Sometimes this is how they do things, how they act. How do you expect those who are not aware of what the Quran contains not to conflate it? This journalist is just giving his opinion. I want to believe that he is sincere and that he is... There you go. He speaks of a hadith that an imam supposedly presented from the Quran. Glory and purity be to you, Lord. Exalted are you, far above their description. Take your responsibilities before it is too late, people. Return to God the Eternal, the Father, and to his messenger, the distant Jesus, the Son of Mary, peace be upon them. Quickly. Time is ticking, tick-tock. Time is merciless. It does not wait for you. The sun and the moon follow a meticulous compass. A bunch of your nonsense.